A long time ago, I remember standing next to my teacher and looking at a sign on the wall. It said, "If you can't improve on silence, then don't say anything at all." Now that's a pretty high bar, I think, for most of us in life. And it's difficult. From a monastic context, it made a lot of sense. Especially as, well, let's face it, there wasn't a lot of conversation in the monastery anyway. I think out in the world, it's a little more challenging. There's a part of that has stuck with me ever since. And I sometimes worry just putting more information, more words into the world. Because it's hard to improve on silence. Silence is such a beautiful thing. We might find it unnerving at times, we might find it a little alien at times. But if we take the time to be quiet and to allow thoughts to settle, then it can become a really, as I say, a really sort of beautiful thing. And I wonder if words have become perhaps a little less powerful over time. I don't know about you, I find the relentless news cycle, the constant sort of flow of information, it feels like there is just noise everywhere. And most of this noise is words, the written word, the spoken word. There is just a lot of words, a lot of information, a lot of noise in the world. And yet we kind of have to say something. There are things that we need to say. It's important that we stand up for things that perhaps we believe in. It's important that we stand up for other people who perhaps don't have a voice. And that's for me the fine line. It seems to me that there is, amidst this massive noise, every now and again there is a word, a sentence, a phrase, a talk from someone or something that comes through and almost like a sword, it sort of cuts through the noise. So it's not that words are not beneficial. We have to say something sometimes, even if it feels as though in using those words, we're moving further away from the very thing we're trying to talk about or describe, which of course is always true when we're talking about meditation, silence, or anything like that. But there is this fine line, I think, for each and every one of us to walk, where we're not just adding more noise, more opinion to the world, but instead, we're being a little more selective. We're choosing what to put out into the world, and hopefully every now and again, adding something that will cut through the noise, that will allow people to experience, whether it's a quieter mind, a moment of insight, a moment of peace, a moment of compassion, so that the world feels and looks different in some way. So I'm not suggesting that you're quiet for the rest of the day, but maybe just noticing that temptation, that urge to just put more information into the world, and instead, every now and again, perhaps pausing, letting it go, and noticing whether it's really necessary, whether it's really helpful, and whether it's going to make a difference to you and to the people around you. Thanks for listening today. I look forward to seeing you back here tomorrow.